starts in 3, 2, 1.
Atlanta, you're listening to the Abbie Knights Morning Show, the #1 party show in the city.
What's happening, everybody? And we're back. The crew's reunited officially, finally.
Hey.
Hold on, here we go. Pew, 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 pew. We back in the building, people. I'm like, what's been going on with you guys? Anything new? Other than
not much.
Jenny getting her fast food on today?
I know, Lord Jesus. Fast food today. I was a little hungover today, so I had to tap into
just a little bit. That's all.
Some greasiness. Yeah.
I love it.
I was in New York earlier, so.
Oh, I miss you.
Yeah, and then I just for a day, just one day.
Yeah, you guys stay moving around. I'm like, what is a bed? You don't even have a bed. That's like yours.
Oh, I love my bed. I love my bed.
Yeah, but how often
home.
do you sleep?
I make sure I come home.
I know. I love both of my beds, so like
you're like, that's where we're at. You know, I do have a question though, since we're all women here right now. What's up with the vaginal steaming? Can somebody catch me up? It's like the new thing everybody's talking about, and I find it to be like super weird.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you not heard about it?
A cleansing
no.
I saw it on a reality TV show once, but I don't know. What does it do?
Here in Atlanta, I'm seeing
it
it
like
advertised
douching?
everywhere.
I know. Is it like douching with steam?
I mean, kind of. Yeah, you just sit on this. I don't even know what to call it. It's almost like a toilet type seat with like a bucket type situation. It's hot, and you just sit there and just steam.
Can you do it? Can it be a DIY? I have a kettle back here. Like, what does it do?
Yes.
You gonna have a whistle?
I'm gonna sit over like this and just sit over a thing.
But what it does whistle? Yeah, actually, it does whistle. What is it? What does it do? The vaginal steaming.
I don't know. I guess supposedly it's supposed to. I don't know.
Well, whatever it is, I want to try it.
Yeah, now I want to try it.
Well, if you guys try it, let me know how it goes for you. I just find it weird that you go sit on the same thing that, like, who knows, like hundreds of other people have gone and sat on with their hoo-ha and the whole open, full-on steam situation.
Oh my gosh.
You didn't
now
think
you're
about
scaring
that.
me.
You didn't think about that. Listen, I had to be here
I
to
about that part.
Talk some common sense. I don't know. People swear by it. Jada did it on Red Table with her daughter and her mom. But of course, they had like their own setup for them at their house type deal.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They weren't going to like, I saw a picture of one that was being advertised in Atlanta. It was like this big old wooden bench and they were all side by side by side.
That's what I saw. I saw it on a reality show.
It's like so weird. I'm like,
that's
not for me.
So weird.
Yeah. So anybody listening right now, if you guys have any information on your personal experience with this, definitely let us know.
Yeah, or passes. I want to try.
Yeah, a little random topic first thing this morning for you guys. What's up with that versus battle though? Dipset, the Locks, everybody's saying it was like a full on like New York
verbal
battle.
fight.
Yes.
It was lit.
It got
was
real.
perfect.
I've only seen bits and pieces, but it looked like it got super real quick.
Hell yeah. My favorite meme is that Jada Kiss chose violence. Dude, so not only was I supposed to go, I was not feeling it that day. I was tired. I had something to do. And I remember that this announcer, he texted me and he was like, hey, do you have something to do tonight? And I was like, oh, I'll answer him later, right? And then my other homegirl hit me and I was like, because I was just laying down. I was like, I'm not answering this. So finally, by the time I answered, I hit him back. He's like, oh, the Garden didn't have a DJ for the fight before. I was going to have you come and DJ. I was like,
say that.
Then
my homegirl was like, oh, I hit you. And I was like, what are you doing? I was like, but you didn't text me like, hey, are you free to come to the thing tonight? You just said, what are you doing? So I was like, nah, I don't want to go out
right away.
Oh my God. So then now I'm like, I could have been there. So, but it was epic watching it on TV. It was super dope. And I love how Jada came out. I love how he ran the stage. Like, this is his second battle anyway. So they were prepared. Dipset was all over the place. I don't know if Jim Jones and Santana, whoever, I don't know what was going on. I love them to death, but they just did not have it together. Cameron was on a whole nother planet than Jim Jones and Jules Santana. I think Jules was taking lines in the back because he was out there like this, like, and I was like, why do you look like that? Everybody looks chill and calm, and he's out there like this. Wow. So I was like, maybe too many lines because he was super hype, and they had no clue what was going on. So, I mean, besides, and there were so many songs, you guys, that were not played. Like, oh, yes, Mr. Postman. Like, all these other songs, like, they were not even played, which was crazy to me. Like, they had hits, but I honestly think it goes back to the DJ. Like, they were already set. That other guy, Technic, he's been DJing for Jadakiss for years. You know what I'm saying? I think the guy that they had on the Dipset side, he was just, Cameron's DJ. So he does, you know what I'm saying? He don't know Jim and Jules songs like that. He just knows really Cameron songs. Right. But I was surprised Cameron didn't play a lot of his good songs either. They were like, I know they were playing mixtape stuff, but it was funny. Y'all stick to your hits. Y'all try to compete with Jada and them and the Locks with mixtapes. And I'm like, y'all mixtape is okay, but y'all hits were better than theirs. Their mixtape was insane. So everything was murder, die, kill, I'll stab you. I was like, ooh, they coming.
Yeah, it was good.
I think the energy to be at home wrapped in
energy was super high in there.
It looked like
it. Yeah, I was watching it.
Everybody said it was lit.
Yeah, it looked lit. I could feel the energy coming through the TV. So.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm going to send y'all a clip, too. Jim Jones fell off the stage. You saw that? You saw that?
Someone sent it to me.
He was like rapping and just went, I'm like, bro, take those shades off. We fly high. You flying, nigga. He was flying.
Yeah. I love it. Now I'm going to have to go back and watch the whole thing because it just sounds like it was too lit.
It was so good, girl. It was good.
I knew you would have watched it. I'm like, look, anything sports related is just where it's at. I mean, let's talk about Carmelo. I know you've been seeing what's going on. I'm like, everybody I know all of a sudden is a Lakers fan. I'm like, y'all don't be trying to hop on the bandwagon. This has been my team forever. Like, what's happening here? So you got any updates for us? I know you've been keeping up with some of that stuff. What are your thoughts?
Girl, they are stacked and lit. Like when I was watching the what was it? The free, not the draft, whatever night it's called, free agency. Boom. So I'm listening to free agency. They literally picked up everybody. Like they have guys that I've never even heard of. Like they just were picking up players left and right. The fact that they have all those guys on the team, they have Westbrook, they have Carmelo, they have Anthony Davis and LeBron. Yo, they're a problem. It's about like the West is actually going to look spicy this year.
I wish somebody would try and say something crazy to me about being a Laker fan this year.
Are you a Laker fan?
Are you one?
Yes. I've been a Lakers fan forever. So it's so funny that like when they sucked, they were like, you still like the Lakers? Like, yeah, you never heard of loyalty? Just because the team is down doesn't mean you just switch.
Honey, I'm a Knicks fan. Trust me. I know everything about loyalty. You need a ride or die chick in my life, in your life. Listen, I'm the one. If you know I'm sticking to the Knicks till I die, there's a period. There's a problem.
I mean, it's going to be to the point where we'll have to go to a game together, but you're going to have to sit on the line with the Knicks, and I'm going to have to sit on the line with the Lakers. Like, we can't sit on the same side.
That's fine.
I like going to basketball games with the opposing team, with someone that's part of the opposing team. I like the
shit me too.
So. It makes it fun, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm all for it too. I'm excited this season. So we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back, y'all. We got some more crazy news for you, so make sure you don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Abbie Knights Show on Hot 365 Radio. And we're back, everybody. That was an interesting conversation we were having. I mean, from Dipset and Locks to, let's talk about Ice-T's baby. You guys heard the tea on that?
No,
I just saw the headline. Yeah, I just saw the headline.
What's going on?
So apparently their 5-year-old baby girl is still breastfeeding. And Ice-T came out and was like, I mean, I breastfeed sometimes from her too. So what are your thoughts on the situation? 5 years old?
Jenny, I would too.
I would too. I'm sorry. Coco.
Listen, I don't know. She probably got a lot of milk. Those things are huge, honey. I think they need laps. That shit, it's filled for 5 years. So I think she needs to get all that out.
Right.
So the baby or the child is 5 and she's still breastfeeding. That's considered, that's typically not normal, correct? The age that someone stops breastfeeding is what?
2, 3?
Like 2, 3 years old. I mean, I just can't imagine
as well.
Like, they gotta like start deflating, dropping after that many years. When the milk is gone, I mean, it's gonna be like a deflated balloon.
I don't even know.
No?
But didn't she inflate it? So will it deflate?
Yeah, her shits are huge. They're like milk for 5 years. I'm telling you,
it's kind of like you need a bowl of cereal. You just go get fresh milk,
cereal, coffee, all that.
Oh, you need a little almond milk in your coffee?
I'll take
all organic.
Yes, I take oat milk.
That's hilarious. Would you guys have kids? Could you see yourselves breastfeeding with a 5-year-old baby?
Listen, in a weird way, whoever still drinks milk and stuff now, okay, besides almond and oat milk, like whoever still drinks milk now, technically you breastfeeding in a weird way because you sucking some other cow's titty.
Indirectly, but yeah, that's definitely what's happening.
You feel me?
I mean, what'd be the difference, right? Between Coco loading up a bowl of cereal and you pouring it from what you got in the fridge. At least you know what's in one of them. You know
it's cocoa.
And it's organic.
Pure organic cocoa milk, okay? That's right.
Cocoa milk, there you go.
Listen, she might get a deal. If somebody gets a hold of her, she might get some cocoa milk deals.
Can you imagine? Real. Isn't that what happened with Coi Leray? She was rapping about cereal, and all of a sudden everybody was clowning her, and she got all these cereal deals just out of nowhere.
Oh, wow, nice.
No. Good for her.
Yeah.
None of you guys, you didn't see that or hear about it?
No.
I'm like, man, it's been going down. I mean, from that to like Danny Lay posting a picture, #DaBaby.
Oh, I saw that. She looks so good. She looks amazing.
She looks beautiful.
Yeah, she looks great.
She really does.
She is like radiating beauty right now. I think this is the prettiest and the most beautiful I think she has ever looked.
She's definitely glowing.
She looks amazing pregnant.
Everybody always speculates. She hid that though for the longest, but she's big. Like there's no way she could have concealed that.
Oh, she's huge.
At this point.
She's huge, yeah.
It's like going down for real.
Yeah.
From breastfeeding.
Her maternity photos were cool.
Right. Oh, beautiful. I loved her maternity shoot. The whole floating, natural, kind of Dominican vibes. I thought that was really dope.
And it was a different look for her, too, from what she usually carries herself. She just looks so bomb. Shout out to her. She looks good.
Yeah, big shout out to Danny Lay.
I would breastfeed from her.
That's my baby.
I will definitely breastfeed from her.
Her, too? I mean, you just taking rounds for everybody. They're going to show up to meet us, Jenny, and first thing they're going to do is, I
was like, all right, cool. Let's go.
Is it going to be like in Meet the, I'm not going to say the word, the movie where he's sitting there talking. He's like, I got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
Yes.
Meet the Parents. Yeah, I do.
Meet the Parents. It's Meet the Parents.
Oh, Meet the Parents. I thought it was.
Yes. Robert De Niro says it.
Yes.
I'm terrible with movies.
He is so funny in person, too. What do you
He's
guys...
like, oh, there was a cat and I was taking the teats and I was tee-tee-ting and tee-tee-ting. It was so funny.
What got me was the sound effect, though.
Yes.
I vaguely remember that part. That's the only part I remember is the sucking part.
Of course. But of course, Jenny.
Of course. Yes, of course. That's all I remember.
Oh, my God. That's hilarious. Well, I'm glad that was a highlight that stood out to you. What about Tank? You guys, he's losing hearing in one of his ears. That's crazy.
Oh, that's
no
so sad.
way.
Have you not heard about this? It's been going on for
That's
a
what
while.
happened to Foxy Brown too, right?
I don't know. I didn't hear about that one.
Didn't that happen to Foxy Brown? She lost hearing in 1 year?
Yes. That's why she kind of stopped rapping.
Did it come back?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I haven't heard her on anything, so I'm assuming it didn't.
A lot of times I'm wondering if maybe that's because of, I guess, the volume intensity in ear monitors, maybe. Because it seems to only be happening in one ear. I mean, it's been crazy. He's been putting up videos about all these treatments he's been doing, weight he's been gaining. And
weight? Oh wow.
Wait, how is weight
medication?
A factor
Yeah, probably taking the medication.
Medication and
you know, he's fine, so I can't see him fat.
He's fine. Okay, y'all. He is fine. I mean, he's really nice looking. He did say in the video though, he's ready to get off the medication because he's got to get himself back together. That 8-pack was gone. So
right, that must be tough as an artist where you rely heavily on your ears for
your your body.
Everything, like
everything
as a singer, you know. And I thought you meant he was gaining weight from like depression or something, but medication. Got it.
Medication. He was like, this is the first time ever in my life I've been this out of shape like this.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, if we think about Tank and you like think all the way back to when he started to the please don't go days.
Did he have that underwear photo? Was that him?
Girl.
Oh my god, my mind is always going to the other side. Sorry.
Welcome back, Jenny.
I know, my bad. You know,
first thing in the morning, y'all.
I know. Good morning. You know.
You know you need that morning dick, girl. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Morning
I like to
my
wake
favorite.
up to that.
Right.
Yes.
We in here.
Get your day going. Get your blood pumping.
Yeah, poke me a little, wake me up nicely.
Yeah.
Blood flowing for sure. Now everybody's going to be going to Google talking about search engine Tank underwear photo shoot.
I think it was Tank. I think he posted.
I don't think I've seen that. Have you seen that, Rhea?
I'm pulling it up right now.
Oh God, Lord, listen.
What am I typing in? Tank underwear.
Google. Tank underwear. Okay, so on that note, we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna let you guys know the results when we get back. You're listening to the Abbie Knights Show on Hot 365 Radio.
What about this one? Look.
Yes, honey.
That body. Sheesh. What? Look at that.
And we're back, people.
Oh Lord. Should we show it?
This is going really well. I don't know if you could see it. Oh yeah, you could see it on yours. And yep, there's Tank and his other Tank.
Yes, exactly.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the verdict is yes. He did do an underwear shoot. So Jenny has fantastic photographic memory.
Yeah, with very specific things, that is. That being
specific things being the key word. Thing. So you guys know that there's been a lot of news around Bruno Mars and this whole Silk Sonic thing. What are your thoughts on that? I love me some Bruno. Rhea and I have talked about this, and it's like, you better not go to a Bruno show without one of us taking each other. I mean,
yes,
we're taking each other's friendship cards.
Yeah, no, he's everything. Like, you know, he is to me like the current Michael Jackson, all that other stuff as far as like hits, like from that can range from all ages. And I love that he takes a lot of the classic music, you know what I'm saying, and incorporates it into what's going now. Because, you know, a lot of this music is all saturated and just watered down and sounds the same. So I'm glad he's killing it, doing his thing. And he partnered. You got Anderson .Paak on there now. You got a bunch of other people. So I think it's awesome. I think it's a good look. You know, because you got to keep reinventing yourself in this game. Like, he could be Bruno Mars forever. He could have a group, and then he could go back to be Bruno Mars if he ever wants to. It's not that big of a deal, I feel, you know? I think it's just a new look, something refreshing, and a way to work on new music.
I'm like,
and I think it's cool because with his status, too, and what he has accomplished, him forming a group, it usually goes the other way around. You know, exactly. You know, like Beyonce, you know, amazing. I love her. But, you know, she left the group. A lot of people do their own thing, Justin Timberlake. So it's kind of refreshing to see someone with that status and everything that they've achieved kind of grab more people to kind of put them on at the same time. You know, obviously it's going to be a good hit. It's going to be good.
I mean, it's Bruno. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Big round of applause. Shout out to our Filipinos out there. Y'all are fine. Y'all some fine people. Look at them jeans. I'm like, look at Jenny. Look at Rhea. You guys look, it's like a whole buffet first thing in the morning.
You already know. We got all different flavors up here, honey.
Mm-hmm. So funny. You know, it's funny that you mentioned everything sounding the same. Did you see the video of T-Pain on his live stream where he's like, we don't need no more music like Lil Baby. We got Lil Baby. We got the Baby. Don't ask for no more baby music.
I'll take some baby making music.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
No, I missed it. I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
How did you not?
I'm about to go look that up.
It was so hilarious. Like like I don't think he's ever gonna live that down. It was so funny. I mean, it was hilarious. Hold on, I think I might have just found it. Okay, y'all, are you ready? I mean, I don't think you can never see the stills on my phone. I think maybe this is the problem. Hold on, let me see if I can show it to you. Nope, still can't see it. Okay, great. So I'll just take a screenshot just so you can see what his face looks like. But listen, when I tell you this is hilarious.
Because you're in the studio like, what's the #1 record right now? We need to make another one of those. Stop doing that! Stop! You're not original! Give me some original shit! Give me some... Are you seriously telling me that you sat here and watched me tell a bitch to eat a dick and you thought that wasn't original? Are you seriously sitting here telling me that eat a dick is the bad part of music? Stop! Just fucking do something else! Just, god damn it! Do some different music! We have all the shit that you're doing. We already have it. Lil Uzi Vert is already doing it. Lil Baby is already doing it. Dub Baby is already doing it. It's literally 2 niggas with baby in their names. Just, you know when your shit sounds like somebody else's shit. You're making it because you think because you're in the studio like, I'm already doing all the music you want. Do something else.
Yo,
it's a passion for me. I love it.
He is lit. And hell yes, he's 100,000,000% right. Like I go in the studio all the time and I'm listening to different songs and stuff. And every studio I'll stop in or say what's up to, it's like the same music. Like even if it's going to be the same music, at least have a cool look or something like that's going to attract you, like, or something. So I know like, oh, okay. Like the little guy, little weirdo, spot him, got him. I will never forget his face. You know what I'm saying? Kodak Black. I will never forget his face. You know what I'm saying? These niggas look crazy. So if you gonna come in and do the same thing everybody else does, at least have pink hair or stand out.
Something.
Everything sounds the same. And they're like, I know everyone's like, oh, I could rap better and I could rap on that and my shit's gonna pop. I mean, it's annoying because now if you look at the way the industry works through social media and platforms, you don't even have to have like a good, decent song. You could just have a few bars and hook and put that on TikTok and your thing will explode because you do a stupid little dance to it.
Right. Exactly.
But I know shade to all those people. Everybody's making money doing their thing. Shout out to you guys. But the originality, come on. Like, that's the one thing. Like, I don't want to hear the same stuff over and over and over. Like, I have to DJ it too. So it's annoying. I'm like, I'm not playing 3 hours worth of and you don't even know what they're saying.
Right. Most of the time, yeah. You know what I miss is that good 90s music. Like, you don't even have to say anything, but when you hear the boom, boom, no, 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 boom, boom, no, 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 everybody knows what song that is. I mean, Jenny, you know that song, don't you?
I do.
Oh, I thought you were about to say no.
I do. I'm not good with it. I'm not good with names, but I'm my memory is
Missy be coming now.
Yes, I know that. I don't know the name of the song.
Y'all can stop me now. Battle me then, people.
Oh my god, she had the best videos too. Everything was winning for her.
I love
she
Missy.
killed it.
Classic.
Killed it.
Forever. I love her.
All the videos, the visuals, everything. She's a
trendsetter. She doesn't get all the flowers she deserves. That's going to be stuck in your head now. And it's funny because I feel like back in the 90s, they were incorporating all sorts of sounds, Indian sounds from Brazil.
Oh, yeah,
all
that's
these
right.
dope sounds. And now it's just like, boom.
It's just, I feel like what Rhea said, it's just about being popular.
Yeah, I can't. No, that early 2000s music, all that 90s, you can even go further back. The originality, like I said, is just out the window. Like everybody had a distinctive, like as an artist, you sound like you knew who T.I. was. You knew who Jeezy was. you knew who Ludacris was. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like,
yeah, they don't all sound the same,
their
not
own
all.
uniqueness. No, never. Not even one song sounded like that. I can't even think of one.
Not one. So on that note, listen, indie artists out there, y'all need to start bringing that heat, okay? Because you heard T-Pain. We already got him, so we don't need more. So, oh yeah, that's look, I can't wait till next week. We're gonna have some more crazy stuff to talk about. Jenny might be back with a steaming review. Who knows?
Yes, honey, I'm going steaming with Jenny. Jenny and I are steaming together.
Hashtag steam sessions. Right. So we're gonna take a quick break, y'all, but we'll be right back. Coming up, I'm gonna be having a conversation with DJ Cadence. Is about to get crazy too. We got all sorts of news on the baby and the craziness that's been going on around his notorious, infamous performance getting canceled. Cancel culture is not where it's at. So anyway, we'll be diving into that right after this. Make sure you guys don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Abbie Knights Show on Hot 365 Radio. And we're back, everybody. This week, we're highlighting Silk Sonic. It's our favorite song of the week, right, Cadence? Is that how you feel?
Hey, it's a good song. Good music. I like it.
I'm all about this whole 70s feel. Kind of takes you back. I mean, I'm not from the 70s. I'm not 70s baby, but you know.
Well, the thing is, a lot of music needs that. It's music. Music used to be a lot of about. It's kind of weird to say, but musicianship, and now it's not really about that a lot. It's about like pushing buttons and stuff. So it's changed a lot. So I appreciate that type of music. So
he's amazing. People that know me know Bruno is hands down one of my favorite artists. I totally would fangirl over him. Have you ever been to one of his shows?
No, I haven't been to a Bruno Mars show, but I would definitely go to a show. So if they want to send me tickets, send them to the station. Let's go.
Right. And we'll take them. We'll take about 4 of them to be exact.
Yeah.
So
yeah, let's take them.
From amazing music to the craziness that is going on, the craziness, okay. The issue, the situation surrounding the baby. Let's talk about it. What are your thoughts on what went down?
What are my thoughts on it? Okay. So I believe that he was way out of pocket. I know it's not right in our community to say that, because everybody feels so. Our community feels a lot like the alphabet group gets more help than we do from the government. I don't want to say all of us, but there's a lot of people who feel that way. Me personally, I just feel like we should always be in everybody else's fight also. We can't get people to march for our stuff if we don't march for others. So I'm one of those believers that we should be doing the right thing by their community also. So I think when he said it, he was just in the moment of it, just being on stage and everything. And instead of just saying, you know what, I was in the moment of it, my bad, I'm sorry, it came out wrong, but I'm still supportive of my people. He kind of tried to fight his way out of the corner, and that just made the backlash even worse. And it kept getting worse and worse until he finally came back out and re-apologized, So sometimes it's just better just to say, hey, I'm wrong, and just leave it at that, and I think that's where he had that problem at. So.
It's the arrogance, I think. It's
very
the arrogance,
much. And he's always been that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always been that way though. If you've ever watched the baby, like the first time I met the baby was at South by Southwest, and he had the diaper on, walking around doing this stuff. He was arrogant then, to be able to do something like that. So the arrogant part didn't surprise me. I just felt like he just got caught up in the moment, and it was just something, you get on stage sometimes and you're performing and you like, man, I got to find some way to get these people to cheer, to make some noise. So, hey, if you got this, and this, make some noise. If you do this, and this, make some noise. Doesn't make it right what he said, but if he'd have came out and just owned that, I think he'd have been all right. But when you just keep trying to fight and say, oh, this is not what I'm talking about, and all, but people know what you're saying, they know it doesn't take a genius to figure it out, then all of a sudden, you get that backlash, and that's where cancel culture comes in. I'm cool with cancel culture. I don't have no problem with cancel culture. A lot of people do. I don't have a problem with it. A lot of these people need to be canceled. I'm not saying that about the baby in general. I think he just needs to learn from his mistakes. And it's time for him to kind of grow up a little bit is what it sounds like. Because he's been into a lot of issues lately, so.
Yeah, it's an interesting
I love
topic.
his music, though.
Right.
I love his music. I play the baby all day long. So shout out to him, man. I mean, he makes real good music, but somebody's got to kind of wheel that in for him, I think, so start having them being aware of, you don't want to start losing that stuff and losing those fans and stuff, because they buy music just like we do.
I mean, he just posted a video, I think today or yesterday, in his stories, highlighting some lyrics from one of Future's songs, basically talking about him being unbothered, not phased. I mean, he got dropped from Lollapalooza, the Governor's Ball. I mean, it has been, he is no longer performing here in Atlanta at our music festival.
Yeah, I mean, of course
huge.
He ain't. I mean, that would be the first place I would think he would be, not really too welcome from saying that, just being just how open the community is out there. I definitely wouldn't expect him to be doing that. He just gotta start on, like I said, man, you just gotta say, hey, it was my fault. Hey, we're human. I'm human just like you. I've seen something on earlier today online where they were talking about how there was people were saying, why didn't they cancel Eminem the same way? And I'm like, they kind of did cancel Eminem. They just didn't get to do it the whole way. But Eminem came out and said, you know what, I'm wrong. He did the stuff with Elton John. And the baby hasn't gotten to that chance yet to be able to do that, to show that he's sincere in what he's saying. But him fighting and saying he's unbothered and he's not worried about it and who cares about it? Yes, you do, because you care about your pockets. You care about that money. You care about your fans. You care about all that stuff. So to sit there and say you don't care is disingenuous. You know what I'm saying? I
kind of feel like I don't understand how people can act like he's so unbothered and not a big deal. Like, even Elton John spoke on the issue. Like, when Elton John jumps up in there, it's a problem.
Sir Elton John.
I mean, Sir Elton John. My bad. Let's go ahead and correct myself. Okay, I stand corrected. But
yes,
it's a lot going on, and I feel like, I mean, come on, man. If you're not dirty and you don't have HIV, put your phone up in the air. Throw your light up in the air.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, can you imagine being at that show and being somebody who could have gone through a super traumatic situation? There's even children that are born with the disease that don't even get the option.
Facts.
And what do you do in a situation like that? You're going to be standing here like, I mean, what?
Now all of a sudden your favorite
horrible.
artist makes you feel exactly your favorite artist. Now you like, wow, my artist doesn't like me. You know what I mean? So it's like, those are the things, like I get where he's coming from, where sometimes you got to stand your ground, because it's like, oh, that's not what I meant. But at the same time, you got to understand that you are affecting other people. You know what I mean? And there are true fans out there that was in that crowd that is LGBTQ, and they're heartbroken by the fact that baby would say something like that. There's people that are born, like you said, that are born with HIV, people who've gotten it from transmissions and all those type of things like that. And he tried to backtrack and say, oh, my people ain't nasty and all that stuff. There's so much learning that we need to do about when we say things about stuff to people like that. Because as a society, because we always talk about how we need to support each other. But then when we come out and say something like that and we're on the other end of it, it's like, oh, everybody's attacking me. And it's like, no, we're attacking you for a reason. Because we have to do the right thing by society these days and make it better for everybody, and if it offends somebody, so be it. I'm sorry, I didn't know that was offensive, and you move forward. And hopefully those people can understand that we all are learning in this. There's things that some of my white friends didn't know was offensive to me until I came out to them and I said, hey, man, I'm not saying you're racist, but that's a little offensive. I'm not cool with that, and they're like, hey, my bad. I didn't know. I just thought I was just saying something, doing something, whatever, now I know, they don't have to defend it, and talk, oh, well, that's just what I was raised as. Now we got to fight about it. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's where that's his learning moment in it, I believe.
And it becomes a
shout
whole
out to
issue.
Hope it gets better.
Yeah, shout out to the baby, because this is, I mean, look, there's a lot of controversy around it. I was trying to see if I could find the comment, I forget his name, that he put out, basically saying that, the LGBTQ plus community has established a certain standard for their community to be respected by. And he felt like culturally, if we all wanted to equally, I guess, be respected in the same space, you have to kind of demand that kind of change in order for festivals to, because a lot of people are saying that they're doing too much, canceling him on all these booking dates. But he's like, listen, you don't understand that for these corporate brands and these businesses, these companies, these Fortune 500 companies, this is a problem. Because if they don't do this, people are not going to show.
And that's the problem that they're missing out on. It's bigger than them. It's bigger than the baby. You know, when you're talking about millions of dollars that is given to these companies to be able to promote a positive brand and things. And so the person comes up to them and they go, okay, so let's say Kellogg, for example, is what's in running this with Lollapalooza. Those people go to Kellogg and they go, hey, so are you okay with what he said? Is that your opinion also? Is that the ideas and views that you guys have? So now all of a sudden they're wrapped up into it also. So when it comes down to it, it's a business move for them. They're like, hey, do I want to have to answer to the questions on this? Or do we just want to pass him off and find another artist to bring in instead? You know, and it's not personal. It's not like those people still don't listen to the baby. They just know that that's not a good move for them. Yeah. So that hurts him. You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt anybody else but him.
Correct,
you know, so But if he would have jumped out there at the beginning and said, hey, pause the brakes on this. First of all, I apologize. I have lots of friends that are not friends, but I have family, whatever. You know, I know people that are in that community. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. I was in the heat of the moment, you know, whatever. I'm going to donate money to, you know, the LGBT community to show that I'm serious about this and get some learning experiences from this. There's so many things he could have did to go a different way of that, you know, and
what he did.
maybe he needs a media person like that handles crisis and stuff, because he seems to be always on TMZ and in those type of situations like that
with a lot going on. It's I finally found the comment or the statement that I told you I had come across. It's by Van Lathan, and before we jump in a break, I'm going to read this to you guys real quick. So he says, here's the hard truth: the festival doesn't have a soul. It's a corporate entity. That means it's cool with whatever the consumer is cool with. If we're all singing along to the songs about misogyny, murder, and malice, then they figure it's cool to put it on stage. But when a community has standards about how they'll be spoken to or about, like the LGBTQ plus community obviously does, then the festival or corporate entity listens. I mean, simple as that. There you go. It affects their ability to book other artists down the line and makes them vulnerable to boycotts, etc. If we wanted festivals to not book artists that profited in Black Death, we'd have to set a new community standard on what we accept. So we won't, because by and large, we understand the music. They will do what we do. Also, stop backflipping to the excuse bad behavior. It just stunts people's growth. I mean,
there you go.
And it just boils down to that.
Thank you. Said, I think that's very well said right there. That's exactly what it is. You know, and let's take it for example. Let's say he said something that was derogatory towards a race. You know, let's say he was a white guy and he said that towards Black people. You know, we wouldn't be cool with that. You know, sometimes we have to take ourselves away from the situation and say, what if this was another person that was doing this? What if this person was talking about Asian people or something like that? You know, what if he was talking about, you know, disabled people? You know, like those are the type of things we have to think of, you know, and you just have to admit it and say, hey, I was wrong. And that's where you get to move forward. And that's the part of maturity and growing up. So, you know.
So, I mean, crazy, man. Like you said, shout out to him, to the baby. We are hoping that this whole thing turns around for the better. Hey, yay. On that note, we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Abbie and the incredible DJ Cadence on the Abbie Knights Show. We'll be right back, y'all. And we're back with the one and only. We live.
I wish I had my little board. If I had my board, I'd be over here like, you know. Yeah,
wait. Know? We got you though. We got you covered. You ready?
Uh-oh, here it comes. Nice.
We gotta do that just for you. So, on to more serious news. Actually, really sad, kind of heartbreaking. Kathy Griffin has been diagnosed with cancer.
Oh, man.
It seems like cancer is just, it's a popular topic these days. And I'm wondering if it's because of the level of stress people have undergone within the last year or so. I got to see her live when I was living in LA doing stand-up with the guy that plays Dr. Ken. I always forget his name. You know, he's like legitimately a doctor in school.
Oh, cool.
You know who I'm talking about? Nope.
No, I don't watch a lot of stand-up comedy.
Did you not? No, Dr. Ken was a TV show. And then he was in what happens in Vegas? The Hangover, that one. I don't know why I said what
okay.
happens in Vegas.
I'm
Anyway,
good with names. I'm horrible with names, but I'm good with faces. So I probably know who he is if I seen him.
I'm going to see if I can pull up a picture for you while we're talking. But the stand-up set was hilarious. And all of a sudden, Kathy popped up out of nowhere. It was the Laugh Factory on Sunset in LA.
Awesome.
And she is so witty and has such a great sense of humor. It makes me so sad to see her going through something like that.
Yeah, it makes me sad to see anybody going through cancer. Shout out to my cancer survivors that are out there, man. There's a lot of cancer survivors that are doing their thing, so I can't see that
I'm trying
at
to
all.
show it to you. Hold on. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to see. I'm gonna see how we.
But-
how do other people?
But
get
shout
into
out to my
shows?
cancer survivors. Definitely shout out to y'all. But it's a very serious thing. We got to watch what we put into our bodies, what we eat. The lifestyles that we're living and things like that. But she says she's never smoked and she has lung cancer. So it can just happen sometimes. I've seen a lot of stuff on Netflix. They had a documentary on there that was talking about how cancer works and how it builds up in your body and things like that. And it's really interesting. But yeah, it's really sad for her to be going through that. I pray for her family and all of her loved ones and everything, and pray for her that she gets through it. We're gonna beat it for sure.
For sure. I can't imagine for people out there that have relatives that are fighting cancer. Man, when people say F cancer, they really really mean it. It's just, I feel like, I can't say just as difficult as it is for the person going through it, right? But for the families, it's devastating because there's nothing you can do to make it better. You just have to sit there and watch this person that you love go through this, and it just, it is what it is.
There's
basically.
nothing. All you can do is be support, and it's hard. It's definitely hard. But that's what they need. They need that family and that support to keep going, a reason to keep fighting. So shout out to those people for sure.
My mom's had cancer for 13 years, and she's been at stage 4 for quite some time. It metastasized into her bones, and I'm like, you're not human. You're not human. I'm like, you can't be with the way that you're acting. I'm like, I would be so messed up. I'd be like the biggest baby. I'd be crying. See what I did there? But I just can't imagine. So definitely sending our love and hopefully a speedy recovery through this to Kathy.
Definitely.
Miss Griffin. Also, in other news, it was Barack Obama's 60th birthday.
Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday. I know he's listening right now. So happy birthday, Barack. What's up, man?
Happy birthday. That's a big one.
Oh,
I love
that's a huge
him.
One. Who can't love Barack Obama, man? We know a lot of people don't love Barack Obama, but the people like us who love Barack Obama, how can you not love that man? Just the swag, the family, the life that he's had, just everything about that man is just so cool. It's just as cool as it gets, in my opinion. So
there's a clip that they posted of him. I guess he was singing to Michelle, or I don't know, maybe the country, and he was like, "I'm so in love with you."
Oh yeah,
I was like,
one
yes,
of the presidential speeches.
Obama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Like,
that's awesome. We missed that. We definitely missed that.
So
just
much.
That. Yeah.
He was such a
an
classy
amazing person.
president. Yeah.
Very,
and that
very.
Michelle Obama has been rated the most loved first lady in the history of our country.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that. What amazing family. When you look at that family, and so many people tried to pull him down, and they tried to make scandals just to get him scandals. There ain't no baby mama out there. There ain't no girl on IG talking about I popped at him. He was in my DM. There's none of that stuff. Like, I couldn't run for presidency. I'm just telling you, the very moment that I pop out here and said I was running for presidency, they'd be like, "Oh nope, this ain't even happening."
Yeah, it's not gonna be a good
bringing
thing.
out all my skeletons. Yeah, so for Barack to get that far and to be in there the whole time and no scandals, considering what we went through for the last 4 years, and and he made it all the way through that without any crazy scandals and stuff like that. Man, that's a stand-up man.
Listen. There was no Lewinsky situation.
Not one. Not a single one. Not a nan another. Not a nan.
Nothing. And you can see the love that they have for each other. I think that that's such a beautiful thing when you just see families thriving, especially Black families here in America.
Yeah, we need to see that more. Definitely, it definitely needs to be seen more of the family structure and why it's important to have. When you see that family, you see why it's important to have a family structure and a mom and a dad and working parents and love that they're showing for each other and things like that.
That love and support. I love that.
But I heard they're actually going to scale back his stuff since COVID is back outside. I've heard they're going to move everything back a little bit. So it's a little
everything
sad.
Back. Listen, Atlanta's already back into phase 3. It's like,
what?
If you ain't got somewhere to be, you need to be at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like what?
I could see it. We're not that far yet, but like I said, everybody's just walking around like they ain't got no problems and everything is cool and we never got rid of it. So, I always tell it's like the STD where the doctor tells you, hey, you need to sit around for, even though this stuff, these symptoms are about to cure in about 3 days, but you still need to take your medicine for the whole week. And they're like, oh, okay, I'm done. I ain't got no symptoms. I'm good. I'm back outside. I'm chilling. And then boom, they end up being sick again.
Crazy.
It's basically what's happening here. So please protect yourself, people out there. Protect yourself.
Please, in every sense. Every sense, every regard.
Ever since, yeah. Since I said that,
Mask
in every
up,
sense of the word.
Helmet up. I mean, all that.
Facts.
On that note, we're gonna take a quick break and jump into some music, but we'll be right back. You're listening to Abbie and DJ Cadence on the Abbie Knights Show, and we're back. You guys, what a day it's been, from the baby to Obama to making sure y'all are using full self-protection from A to Z. Okay, we want to make sure everybody is all good and protected. Let's talk about our bad gal, Riri. She's fine, right? She's sexy.
Yep, she's fine.
She's from Barbados. She's got that sexy little accent, crazy good music, hit after hit after hit.
I'm Team Rihanna. I'll just say it right now. I know the Beehive probably gonna be mad at me. Maybe they'll follow me and they'll mess up my IG. I don't even care. I need the followers, so I'll take it. But for real, I'm team. I like Beyonce. Beyonce's really good. I love her music. To me, her music is stuff that I play when I'm like at the like the family reunions, when I want to play something I know everybody's gonna like. It's great music. But if I'm just sitting somewhere and I'm like, hey, play some music, it's Rihanna. Rihanna has that music that really makes you want to just vibe and everything. So
I feel
shout
like
out to her for sure.
This is the two comparisons to Beyonce and Rihanna. It's like with Beyonce, you feel good, it's nice. The family might get the little two-step in. With Rihanna, everybody's automatically in gangster mode. Even the girls.
Definitely, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Everybody be sitting there talking about I was good on my own. Like you needed me. It's a whole different situation.
Exactly. I believe that 100%.
So as the people have been begging for new music from Rihanna. I mean, it's been the running joke on social media for 2.5 years now. Like, Riri, where is the new music? Rihanna, we need you, girl. And she's like, living my best life. I'm living my best life. And all of a sudden, Forbes comes out and names her a billionaire. I'm like,
dun, dun,
round
dun.
of applause.
Hey, can't get mad at that.
Beautiful. That's how you got to do it.
That's when you like Rihanna was smart because it was never all about just her music. She made great music, but she always did other things. And that's really, if there's any up and coming artists out there, that's really what you need to understand. Your music is going to be platforms to be able to do other things in life, and that's where you capitalize at. Jay-Z didn't become a billionaire because he only made rap music. Once he got into the property and artwork and the liquor and all that stuff like that, that's when that money started to escalate up and he started getting more money. So with her having her makeup line and everything like that, I mean, I hear girls talk about it all the time. You see her in the, in the mall and everything. So not actually Rihanna, but, her pictures in the mall and stuff. So, so
people going to be running to that
y'all
mall.
might see her in the mall. I don't know. She might be out there, at the malls out there and hey, she ain't here. I know that.
You've been looking. Right.
Yeah, I've been looking. I ain't seen no. Yeah, I ain't seen that one. But
oh my God.
But man, shout out
her.
to her. That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. $1 billion. Let me hold something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Just $20. Hold something. A little 100.
20, 30. Something. You know. Take me out to dinner or something. Let me something, man.
Mask up, Cadence. Mask up.
Hey, stay protected.
At all times, people.
All time.
We're so happy for Rihanna, though. Big shout out to her. She's always doing amazing things. We still waiting.
Now drop that album, Riri. I know you listening to, because you know we popping. So you know we got Barack listening, we got Riri listening. They all here, you know. So
everybody.
Shout out to Riri. How you doing?
How you doing? Everybody listens to us.
Let's go.
We here. We live. We doing big things, right?
Yes.
So Rihanna is your favorite female artist in the R&B category?
Not overall. Mary J's my favorite.
Okay.
And let me change that, because not just Mary J. I'm talking about broken hearted. Boyfriend just cheated on me. I went through his phone. He ain't about nothing. Girl, get on this phone. Let me tell you, because you told me he wasn't about nothing. That is my Mary J. Blige. The other one, she cool. I rock with her. I go to the party and kind of, hey, that's cool. But that not gonna cry, I'm going down, my life, all that stuff, that is Mary J. Blige right there. And that's my favorite artist. Fire. But my new person, definitely Riri, because I like all of her hood stuff. I like, her other songs, they cool, but I like her hood stuff. The stuff you go to the hood club and everybody's singing out loud and stuff. You need me, all that type of stuff. Better have my money.
Love
all
on
of
the
that.
brain.
Yes,
better have
all
my
of that.
money. That's
my cut. I sing that like I'm a chick. I don't even care. I'll turn that up and be driving and everything. I'll be in the club telling, hey, if you see one of the club owners, you better tell him this right now. And everybody be like, hey, better have Cadence money. Like, let's go. Hey, Riri makes some good music for sure.
I love that. She's amazing, music. Incredible, dope artist. Just overall, just a badass woman. That's how I feel.
Yep. Man, women are winning in music. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do today, we're gonna do a whole woman set. That's what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? For the mix.
We honoring the women a second.
Yeah, we're gonna honor the women today. I'm gonna take it all the way through it from my favorite MC of all time is MC Light. Not favorite artist, but female artist. MC Light. MC Light. I love MC Light. So I'm gonna go all the way through it, man, and we're just gonna take you through some of the best songs of female music. So shout out to my ladies, that's
shout out. So now that means you gotta play Beyonce. Okay.
Yeah, I got that.
Then you're gonna have to play Rihanna. Cause people out there better have our money. I'm just playing. I feel like everybody out there, you hear that, you start thinking about your boss, other businesses. If you're like self-employed,
somebody owe you some money.
My money. Like you feel that in your soul. Like, where is my check at?
Hey, that's what makes that song so good. It's like when she says that, you feel like, I don't know who she talking to, but there's somebody out there that owe her a couple bucks, and they need to pay up right now. That's what makes music great, when you can put that emotion to it and people can just sing it like they sang the song, so that's a hit, no doubt about it.
For sure, hands down. So you're going to have to play that and Mary J. Okay. Yep, it's going
Missy
down.
Elliott.
I
can do all that stuff. The Brat, I can definitely do the Brat.
I'm like, every time I hear the
she's so underestimated.
I'm like, are you with me now? Better say it now.
Yep.
Remix.
She will never get her props, and she does get her flowers, but she'll never get the flowers she's supposed to get.
She deserves.
Missy Elliott is.
I agree.
She is so responsible for all the way all these from the Tink to I mean, all of these girls that are out right now that are amazing artists. I feel like all of them are like the way Lil Wayne is for all of the artists that have come out this day. That's Missy Elliott for the R&B singers. They all look at her. They all model what they do after her. It's a excuse me. It's a cool way to do R&B, but still be attached to hip hop. And that's what made Missy Elliott so successful. So
I love her.
She's amazing.
Iconic.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a legend right there. Woo,
and nobody made better videos. Her or Busta Rhymes. I'm waiting for a Busta Rhymes
Missy collaboration
and a Missy. Not even collabo. I want a versus. I want both of them to get on stage, and I want to see Busta Rhymes go up there, and I want to see Missy because they both put on hell of a shows, and it would be like the way the Locks and Dipset was.
Can you imagine the creativity behind their
It would be
sets?
ridiculous.
What? Oh
it
my
would
God.
be ridiculous.
Listen, Missy would be coming out with sculptured hair, probably like a 50-foot extension. I mean, ponytail. Like, who knows what would be going down? Versus, I know
Swiss and Timberland said that they've been trying to get it, but Missy is very what's the word for it? She loves Busta Rhymes, and a lot of her stuff came from Busta Rhymes. So she feels like she doesn't want to battle him out of respect because she's held in such a high esteem to her. But I'm like, for the culture, we need this. Because that's not it wouldn't be like an aggressive thing like the way Jeezy and Gucci was. It would be like, hey, we're celebrating hip hop. We're celebrating all love, and let's show just how great Busta Rhymes as an artist is, and also how great of an artist Missy is. And I think that would be probably the best verses I've seen if they put them two together. So that would be really cool.
Listen, check it out, y'all. Everybody head over to the Versus page and start tagging Missy and Busta, because we need this Versus. Okay?
Let's go. That would be so dope. That would be so dope.
So all that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into some music. And you already know what time it is right after that. Cadence. It's time for you to get on the ones and twos with the little pretending to do a little something. Dropping a hot mix.
Pretending.
Getting the party started.
She know what I do out here. She know what I do out here, man.
So you better put some respect on my name.
Put some respect on my name. Let's go. But man, I love doing it for y'all, man. I can't wait for y'all to hear this music I'm about to play, because I'm just sitting here right in my head right now. I'm thinking of all the songs that I'm about to put in here and stuff. So I'm not like a DJ that comes with a lot of lists. Yeah, I'm a freestyler when it comes to playing music. So we're going to have a lot of fun.
It's going to be all the feels today, ladies and fellas.
Let's go.
Okay, we're not leaving you out. So on that note,
fellas act like they don't be jumping that stuff. Fellas be jumping, be bumping mulatto and all that. Come on now. We all know y'all be on it too. Let's be
all
real.
of that. So I'm going to be heading out for today, you guys. Make sure you keep it locked in right here. Coming up right after this music break. I feel like it's an infomercial or something, right? So coming up right after this quick music break is going to be DJ Cadence on the ones and twos. So make sure you guys don't go anywhere. It's your girl, Abbie Knights. We'll be right back.
Wake your ass up.
It's time for the Abbie Knights Morning Show, the best show in the city.